this Recon. It's a little bit dissonant in terms of what some of these picks are doing.
It's also just very hard to set up as the Jhin in this because you're into an Orin, you're into the Bard, both long-range ultimates that can kind of snipe you down if you ever open up early with the curtain call. So it does become a little bit more difficult for Fong to have that in the team fights. And I mean, for Team Liquid, you can see they kind of just set up for
the bottom half of the map.
Yeah, it is kind of a bit of a trade, though. Like, DCG are playing heavily for Pop 9 here, but it does mean Fong very late on this.
Nice Cosmic Binding follow-up. Quid going over the wall. The Shuriken Flip is going to connect. Jose Diod relatively low. Quick flash back out. Xiaoxing wants to get a little bit more flash forward. Fong so already finds the mark. The extra movement speed is there, but Jose Diod just on the edge, just barely able to walk away. Blinking, ticking health bar. The poison gets it done. It's first blood for DCG.
DCG make it happen. Everyone had moved in to try and make that play, and now Florin. Morgan forcing that flash there. And also now they're pinging on already getting incredibly active in this early stage and maybe looking for more.
Pop9 going in, instantaneous Cataclysm. Backstep from Yon does not work out for him because now Fong is just going to be able to grab the kill. DCG continuing to show their terms. It'll be massive for this, Jarvan, the setup that he has in the fights as Fong just continuing to chip, continuing to poke. Yon, level 6 to Fong's level 4 though. So it has not been a flawless early. Also there, has access to the equalizer, but no flash. Pop9 currently just spectating. We make it a 2v2. Core slightly ahead of Xiaoxing on the roam, but neither side is level 6. Smite from Pop9 does not work out. Immediate Q3 means that they're going to get a bit more CC. Lock up onto Quid, but he's stealth. He's fine. Cosmic Binding connects. Excellent ult! Follow-up is there, but now the Orin Horde has been blown and they're trying to salvage something out of the play. Quid running for his life. No one could follow up. The equalizer is there, but Jose Diod still had access to the Crescent Guard, so buys himself an extra second, but will drop in the end. A little bit of a bloodbath on the top side of the map.
Yeah, Morgan went for a heavy trade in that top line as everything was kicking off, so managed to force Florin back, which meant he could get to the fight faster. Both junglers go down in the ensuing fight, but could have been a lot worse.
Certainly could have been. Messy exchange, ultimately
through, but unable to do so. So at the moment, they're kind of just happy to continue to play it out.
Oh my gosh. That is a lot of damage from the cast. Yeah, that's what a little lead looks like as Morgan is now in trouble with Florin knocked up. Wind becomes lightning. Follow-up is there. Crescent Guard to knock back Pop9 is big. Now they're caught in the Thunderdome. Jose Diod versus Pop9. Neither one has finished that first item, but it's double buffs to Jose, but a massive health discrepancy. A little bit more healing coming in off the passive. Dragon Strike hits. Jose able to walk it off. 1-for-1 on the top side. So on the way in, Quid trying to walk away. Pop9 flash in. Auto. That's completely psycho. He's going to go for the 1-for-1. You got to respect it. But now in the bottom lane, it's Fong who's in trouble. The barrier not enough. Core coming in with the magical journey, finding the CC and picking up the kill.
Great
play, right? Nice little Cosmic Binding through the minion. Really easy kill setup. But the action is not over, folks. We cannot run replays in this game. There's too much. CoreJJ is in the pit for some reason. Ulti coming down. Jose Diod. This is his chance. The 50-50 Smite Steal. Who's going to get in the end? It is Jose Diod. Pop9 a little bit off on the timing. Orin has been blown. 2 members. No. You saw the Protobelt getting that first item completion. Actually saved his life in the bot lane play. Oh, there's a play in mid lane. Yon is going to be in trouble. Immediately rooted. Core buys a couple of seconds. Charm now fading away. Yon wants to get the magical journey, but there's just too much damage on the side of DCG. No one else.
Oh no, there's the TP, never mind.
TP from behind. Pop9 going in. They will give it, but they might be looking for a fight afterwards. Nice equalizer across the top. Morgan in the midst of the pit. Quid immediately diving into the backline to try to play Fong out of the equation. Ulti coming in from Morgan is going to find the solo knockup onto Pop9. He'll get deleted before the fight really even kicks off. Yon looking to spot the flanker. Florin all on his lonesome. The flanking rumble, not something I'm used to seeing, is a flash out. Might make him safe, but he's going to have to walk a perfect line here between towers. Can't quite do it. Gets locked up. Jose Diod quick the follow. Flash forward with the W as well to seal the deal.
The DCG just way over-index into that, and Team Liquid played it perfectly. Morgan in particular managing to get double knockups on towards the jungler of DCG, sets up the team fight, and Team Liquid are going to get so much off the back of this.
Yeah, good patience, good punish, really. DCG, I don't think they needed to be there, but clearly felt like they had an angle to force the play.
Basically knowing where Team Liquid are, but they really need to be careful around these choke points, especially against Morgan.
Same is true for TL, though, about walking into the river here, but Morgan going to be the one to kick it off. Horn blown. No one's going to get hit by the knockup. Onto going to flash backwards. The ulti going to completely whiff. Lockup is there from Core. 4 members locked up. Big Q coming over the wall from Yon, but it doesn't connect onto anybody. It might not matter. Quid immediately into the backside of the fight, forced to be zoned off. Morgan just keeps walking up. There's no damage to be spoken of. And everybody walks away with their life, but it's TL in control of the Drake.
Yeah, Team Liquid kind of have this shotgun composition where so much of their damage is front-loaded with this Poke Virus, with the Akali. With them not getting the kill, there's not a huge amount to follow up afterwards, but they do enough And that's all they needed to force DCG back, and they will be able to get the Dragon.
Drake picked up. Infernal Soul would be big just to give him information of anybody coming. Has the ward there as well to spot out Jose, but Baron already here. Jose Diodo just going in for the 1v1 and is dominating. Backstep is good. Now looking for a little bit more follow-up. Knockback onto Xiaoxi to get a little bit more. Lockdown from CoreJJ is there. When's the last time you saw a jungler just walk in and solo kill a mid laner? Well, you're seeing it now. Core in the end. Gonna take away the kill credit, but Team Liquid happy to find that pick, and DCG had full control a few seconds ago, but Cassio sticking around a little bit too long.
Yeah, nice pick. As Team Liquid going to be able to take this top lane turret. They TP'd in with the Akali as well, maybe thinking they could get a little bit more, but happy enough with the top tower take.
1k more in the favor of Jose Diodo. But now a potential fight of Bruin in the mid lane. All 5 flashes up on one side, but Hongsu opts not to flash here. Ulti there, not really going to connect the stun. Ulti coming in from Morgan. Look for the multi-man knock. Immediate turn coming back from Xiaoxi. Good ulti from Yon in the back line means that this fight is going all in the favor of TL. Florin running for his life, trying to burn down Jose Diodo. Can't quite get the job done. Yon moving in for one more auto. A little bit more movement speed, but it's a magical journey for CoreJJ, and it is not so magical for Florin. Arrow through the heart from Yon finishes the job as Pop9 opts for a re-engage onto Morgan, and it's TL in full control here. Nope, Quinn forced to flash back. I spoke too soon. Full control for a half a second before DCG decided it was time to fight once more. Root onto Morgan. Knockup going to be interrupted by the Bellows Breath. Unstoppable for a second as Morgan slowly starts to fall. Yon doing good damage. Unlocked down here. How much more do DCG feel like they have in the tank? Because Jose Diodo's not even there. He's just focusing down the Drake, but Xiaoxi continues to walk forward.
I think just trying to buy space.
We come to the next fight. Mid lane and next target here. Root is there. The follow-up, though, really not coming together as Yon is able to land the ultimate on a Pop9. The follow-up ulti, the connection coming through onto Fung, and now he's forced to flash back, and it is Quid standing behind them with an Ornn to support. It's Akali's dream! 2 instantaneous kills. Follow-up on the E2 coming in on the floor, and in the meantime, mid lane immediate retreat for the remaining members of DCG.
That beautifully.
I live for the coach campaign expressions. That was the, pretty good, I'll take it. Clap backfires if the enemy team is prepared, and Team Liquid have been prepared as now they start sieging bot lane tier 2. DCG have, you can see the combo angles, right? The hot pot, we talked about it, the Jarvan and Rumble ultis together. But the poke from Yon, pretty merciless. It's just difficult for DCG to walk up right now.
Yeah, still minute 40 on this Baron push, so I think Team Liquid going to start to very quickly open up this Red Bull Baron power play. Is Morgan just fearless stepping forward.
Is going to get rooted, but there's absolutely no follow-up. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Quid's just going to solo kill Florin. Nope. No, misses the Q, misses the R2. We'll get the flash out of Florin. Definitely had the damage, just a few of those cooldowns not quite connecting. It's DCG trying what they can to fend off the empowered cannon minions. Quid still hovering around. 1 tower, 1 inhibitor down. Knock him onto Jose Diodo is good, but he does have the GA as well as the ulti coming in from Core to buy him an extra second. His own ulti will now start to fade. Hongsu hovering off to the side. Xiaoxi looking for the 2-man engage. Immediate follow-up. It's a perfect ultimate. Popped out of the back line, gonna knock out Yon. Quinn now coming in, but remember that Akali doesn't have an ulti. However, he doesn't need it because Jose Diodo is here looking to make the difference. 4 members of DCG repeating it is a 1-for-1. Yon for Hongsu, but it's TL in the base, empowered by the Baron. However, they don't want to push for any more. They don't want to risk it. Happy to get... It's definitely not what they want, but they just really have no other choice. The risk is too high to try and contest. So now it's their defense, but it's just going to be so difficult. Quid has the arm guard, as you highlighted. Jose Diodo fearlessly running face first into this tower, which might get a little bit punished. But again, still has the GA from the previous fight. Quid hovering off onto the side. Good initial CC, lockdown. Miasma taking away, he's desperate to get over the wall. Flipping back, but the ulti coming in from Core denies the curtain call. Ulti from Yon. And the Baron now going to fall. DCG again, just pushed so far back in. The inhibitors have not respawned, so it just makes for an easy setup for TL. No contest for DCG. They do poke their heads in just to see if there might be an angle. Now here in this Red Bull Baron power play, likely the final of the game. Nearly a 9,000 lead for Team Liquid. The first 10 minutes of the game, incredibly scrappy. Yon caught out some really good angles of attack in that first play on the bottom side of TL's jungle. But after that, it has really been the TL show from start to finish. And well, we're just about at the finish as Core now in trouble. Shousey gonna full commit. Jose Diordo immediately goes over the wall and looks to turn the play on the head. Core buys himself an extra second. Very likely to still burn in the equalizer, however. Does get knocked down. Pop9 gonna drop to Yon off to the side. In the meantime, Fung, the only one left standing, as far back as he possibly can, but I don't even know if the fountain can save him. Team Liquid, the victory march down the middle lane. Yon flash forward. The ulti Quids jumps in to steal the kill. 12K advantage. Team Liquid fired up in day 2.
It was fisticuffs in the early stages, but DCG
just forgot. Grand Starfall alongside the Destiny Gate, and Olaf is going to be the answer.
Wait, they shifted?
In the jungle. Now remember, Olaf did get his Q damage buffed on this patch in terms of damage to
It's kind of when you opt in towards like level 4, level 5, if you've successfully landed some of that early damage, like we're seeing at the moment, you can really look for that kill pressure with the satchel.
Oh, lockdown is there. Level 2 going first in the favor of DCG, however. Yon able to consistently land these bouncing bombs. Heal now coming out. That's the satchel shard. Shousey knocked back. Core trying to block any potential hook escape, but Shousey's going to be forced to flash over the wall, but does manage to make it out. So Heal traded for the heal and the flash. Very positive exchange.
Pantheon in that bottom side, though. I think he's looking for the play on Shousey here. Oh, Shousey not stepping up far enough, so just going to look for the reset. Oh, cancels it, though. I don't know if diving the tower is it, though.
Jose Diordo, not sure how much time is left on the Aftershock. Aftershock has already fallen away. Shousey's now going to be in trouble. Immediate leap in for Jose Diordo. Core flawlessly tanking the tower. A nice...
Once again?
Definitely there. No one is in the area. Funk's going to be in trouble. Leap out from Jose Diordo, continuing to stack the passive here. Mortal Spear ready to go. A little bit more damage. Flash forward, continuing to push in. I don't think he wants to go any further than this, but just zoning them off the tower. And now looking for the catch out. Quid finding the lockup. The trap has been set, and Hongsu falls right into it, but maybe they can get something back. Jose Diordo walking away as Pop9 is determined to get a kill back in exchange. 1-for-1 thus far, but Shousey is running as Quid ghosts into the fight. Funk getting the kill onto Jose Diordo.
Pop9 very close to that level 6 if he can get towards the wave, though, but Fung's been isolated.
That he has. No sums left. Make this an easy dive to pull off. Core gonna grab the kill. Maybe not ideal, but TL still happy to deny even more resources away. Lock up on the Quid is good, but it just turns it back. Shousey! He did the math, but he did it due to the crime of counterfeiting money. But later, I believe it will likely continue to grow as Core finds a quick engager. That's the ulti coming in, the Destiny. Shousey now in trouble. But Morgan, of course, still just on the top side of the map, using it to get back to lane.
You're about to lose your bot lane tower.
Shousey's only level 4.
Yeah.
They're getting proxied. Pop9 is getting so much, but his gold lead is only 25. It's a 20 jungle CS.
The Pop9's on vision. Do they back away?
Flash in. Shousey goes for the lockup. Pop9 now chasing in. Jose Diordo already burned the Aegis Assault, so he can't block any of the fallout damage. It looks like he is just going to fall down, but the flash is barely take him out. No! The Senna ult across the top. Fung reading the play, the escape route.
Trying to see if he can keep Morgan off, but here comes Quid.
Been moving his way into the top lane. Everybody's invited to this particular party. That's going to be 3 semi-globals committed just to make sure that little Yordle goes right back to the base.
Yeah, I mean, that was a little unfortunate for Florent. Ends up managing to get 2 of them out of the equation, but the late arrival of Morgan was sealing the deal.
It did feel like an unnecessary escalation of violence. Like they were talking smack back and forth, and somebody just stabbed him. Like, all right, bro, that was we escalated a little quickly there. But now the tower's also falling on the bottom side, so whatever the proverb is, that is the only option. And it does get them into trouble sometimes, but it might not this time. Florent, a very nice flank here. The rage bar starting to fade away. He's going to jump in onto Jose Diordo. Immediate flash follow. Flick back onto Jose means no smite in the area. Nice pick into instantaneous. Rift Herald is a good look, but again, Morgan on that next Drake. 1 second till Cloud spawns. Florent needs to be careful about walking up. 3, now 4 members of TL waiting. Florent, that's going to be the wall up. A nice stun. Wall coming in from behind him. Looking to lock up CoreJJ. Lockdown is there. Quid now free to start opening up. Florent going in for Core. Finds the wall up onto just about nobody. Knock back to the double into the Gnar, though. There's also Herald in the midst of the entire fight. Pop9 might have an ulti, but he's still getting a little bit of damage down. It's a messy fight, but it's top lane for support trade. Team Liquid happy with that one, as now the ultis can start raining in. Destiny across the team. Jose Diordo moving in as well. Morgan on the back line looking to lock up Hongsu, but he gets flicked back and taken down. The Comet Spear across the top, the only reason he'll fall. Aegis Assault fades away. Jose Diordo no longer immune to that damage. Pop9 getting into melee range, hoping to burn him down. Flashback is not enough, but Fung will grab the kill. It is an absolute bloodbath. Neither side able to start the Drake.
But Team Liquid looking for this top lane tower.
Team Liquid got more side lane ults.
Yeah,
They got so many. They never run out. HoseDiodo might not even need it though. Hungso walking a bit too far forward. Immediate gold card follow. Flick not quite where it needs to be. They'll grab one kill, but now the follow from Pop9 is there. That gold card's not going to do anything, Morgan. It's not going to stun anybody. Pop9 popping off. Finally out of melee range, they're able to CC him, and that is their time to turn. Core gonna grab the kill. Xiaoxi now in no man's land as Feng tries to usher him out to safety, tries to escort him away, and TL are gonna respect it.
DCG hoping for the pop 1v9, but not able to make it happen there with no real support. It was just the Olaf being taken out by Team Liquid. Still though, Team Liquid invests a huge amount onto that top side, and Florin will be able to answer for the turret take in response. Wait for DCG to spot them out, and Pop9 takes so much damage, he's just out of the equation. Has to go for the reset, and it gives TL a second dragon.
Oh, TL got the dragon. Now they want a TLAW. Core moving in, should be an easy kill pickup. Quid really starting to hurt. Florin going for the Goomba bounce, immediate flashback here. TL gonna walk up, Quid going for the slow. Xiaoxi there to body block. Quid, but you can see Team Liquid getting a little bit eager. They want to push this advantage further.
I think they see the blood in the water. Overextension from DCG in the bottom side, and now Team Liquid looking.
Root gonna connect on the HoseDiodo. Core going in, but the ulti's not gonna connect. Pop9 3 seconds away from getting an ulti. If he's known, he just needs another second, and now he's running through the entire team. The damage from Yon has to be there, trying to sprint back, but he's just not tanky enough. Pop9 getting one. Florin about to go mega. DCG finally gonna back away as their bot lane tier 2 falls.
But they lost 2 in that equation.
Pop the coffin, but it's gonna start to feel insurmountable. Playing against a Ziggs team with Baron, tall task, and unfortunately DCG just gonna be too late to this play. Team Liquid picking this one up for free.
Yeah, it's also the combo of having that Twisted Fate as well. It's kind of like my Dracos really start to hurt.
But speaking of pot shots, we're gonna be looking at Pop9 off on the side. Ready to ulti in. Xiaoxi, they're losing more and more life. Pop9 finally shows his presence, but there's really just not an angle of attack as Florin jumps forward into Morgan. The Coinbase Gold Rod coming in on the side. Right is about to have a fight. Morgan about to get dropped. And now the follow-up ulti coming in as well. Jan's ulti across the top. The grand starfall for HoseDiodo. DCG overstepped just that slightest bit for a split second, forgetting how many semi-globals were there on the side of Team Liquid. Ulti now coming in for Pop9. HoseDiodo might be a little bit in trouble. Florin going for the stun. CC immune now. Pop9 grabbing one. Destiny proc, but Morgan just using it for a bit of information, a bit of threat. So they lose HoseDiodo, but Hungso and Xiaoxi still down. Feng now backing away. Blue card waiting for the red, and he's already out of range. So Feng gonna live a bit longer.
They got what they wanted. Tower, inhibitor, flash from Feng. Even if they don't get the kill, they're still decimating the base of DCG. They're trying to regroup and get this defense. Team Liquid, can they get out?
Morgan off on the side, gets the gold card. Engage coming back in from Core, gonna deny any potential follow-up. Xiaoxi the next on the hook. Feng untouched on the side, but he does not have the damage to kill all the remaining members of Team Liquid. That's another one to fall. Double AP threats left. Feng really feeling confident. As long as no CC hits him, he should be fine. Extra movement speed, but Core is just marching forward. The crash down is there, trying to dodge the shattering strike, and he does so. Sidestep on the bouncing bomb as well, and it's starting to fall apart a bit. That's the shutdown. Feng continues to chase CoreJJ. Cannot face, but Florin goes down here. It could be incredibly costly. Morgan again, ulting in, but not able to get the gold card down in time. Quid will grab a top lane tier 2.
But I think this is a trade win for...
Oh my god! Ulti does disgusting damage! Another grand skyfall coming across as Xiaoxi caught out. Morgan on the chase looking for the gold card, will connect. There's no immediate follow-up. 3 members left alive on the side of DCG, their top lane. All that remains between Team Liquid and Match Point in this series. Top side of the map has to stand strong.
Florin's fishing, seeing if he can find something with the Mega Gnar, but I think at this stage, Team Liquid, they know that this could be it as they start to step towards the Nexus turrets.
Morgan locking that gold card, 5 seconds he can threaten. DCG running out of time on the Mega Bar. 15 seconds before you'll be able to stack that Rage again. And Yon just going to shred through these towers. Lock up onto the Mini-Gnar. Immediate kill going to come through, but Pop9 trying to turn it back in their favor, and Florin is still living for an extra second. The Olaf starting to take over. Knock up onto Morgan is there. Ulti across the top, coming in from the center. Morgan now set to fall. Quid running for his life, but the hook is there. The CC denied the shutdown. DCG aren't done yet.
DCG refused to go down without a fight. It is Yon alone who looks for Xiaoxi, gets the kill.
Okay, no. What? 4 or 5 super minions pushing in bot wave. If DCG stick around here for too long, they're going to lose everything, but they just want to force a fight. I don't know how Pop9 is already at 50% HP, but DCG say it is time to go. Olaf starting to tear through the entire team. Team looking to go golden. Still CC immune. Quid locked up. Pop9 trying to turn it back in their favor, and he will get one in exchange. Core now making a miracle engage with the follow-up damage. It's just not there. Foreign will finally fall. Morgan, Jose Diodo taking over in the fight, weathering the storm as Jan TPs into the base and looks to close out game 2.
The Dawning Shadow cooldown was just a little late, and it gave Team Liquid all they needed to close out game number 2.
Match point for Team Liquid. DCG held on as best they could, but Team Liquid chasing for the full sweep.
100%. So still something that he is very comfortable on, even if we don't see it from him a huge amount this year. But
Renata.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
I like it. Obviously, close to Renata, the pairing that we know, kind of both halves of the duo have really good ways to keep each other safe, keep each other alive and fighting. So the question really is, with these two compositions, with these two drafts, are we going to see that same breakneck pace of game? And for DCG, yes, we most certainly are. That's an immediate exhaust of the bottom lane. Yon, the spears are already stacking. This Lucian is in trouble, and he is dead. He is in a body bag. TL already sent packing in the early Hail of Blades. I'll leave everything. Everything is just so favored for the side of DCG, but now with a few more levels under their belt and a bit more backup on the rest of the map, TL playing with confidence here in the bottom lane. Fung, though, going to be in trouble, and that's Jose Diodo grabbing the kill. Nice response after a pretty tragic first blood here from TL.
Yeah, the fact that you're able to punish the double summoner spell has gone on DCG is massive. I really thought it would actually be Pop9 who was able to get down to that bottom side first, but now CoreJJ being a bit of an annoyance.
Auto. That's ruthless. Oh, one more. That. Core. It might be giving his life for this decision. Magic damage shield, though, means Yon just gets the free hit. They did not keep track.
That's exactly what Team Liquid are doing now. Using that push they have, they're going to start to look for this Krug, or this Gromp even.
Smite fight round 2. Jose Diodo once again wins. This time because Pop9 doesn't have Smite. Shoutsy's now in trouble. Jose Diodo hits it with the fireball.
From this Lucian. And with the pressure on bottom side, you're getting kills, you're getting dragons. You're just really shutting down what was the strong point of the map for DCG.
And now a full level advantage for Jan over Fong, and a full level advantage for Jose Diodo. Almost a full level advantage topside on top of the gold that they've been building out. But Shoutzy now making that play mid lane. Excellent shockwave. Quid burning down just a little bit. DCG finally getting something back for themselves.
Quid trying to hover down towards the bottom side of the lane because I believe they spot a Pop9 on the top side.
But exhaust is on Jan. Coling now coming out, willing to give his life there. Doesn't die, importantly, before the kill comes through. So the reset from Core doesn't keep him standing.
Shoutzy has flash as well. CoreJJ does not, so looks like it should be a kill for the Camille here as well.
Level 3, level 4, Core. It's barely enough mana, not going to be enough for ability. Shoutzy will pick up one more. Jan still holding a massive neutral camps, etc. He's going to get stack up on the scale mail, the Shyvana passive, just to get him tankier and tankier.
CoreJJ now matching a lot of Shoutzy's movements towards this mid lane as well, realizing that he kind of needs to make sure that Shoutzy isn't operating around this mid lane again. It is hard when Hongso doesn't have the ultimate available, but CoreJJ just needs to keep track.
So in trouble. That's the Dragon's Descent now coming in. Fireball to follow up. Molten Breath doing a lot of work as Jose Diodo now the one on the killing spree. Just consistent
because Jose Diodo on the way.
Hopefully so. Shoutzy's still relatively comfortable as long as he's got the hook shot. Keep him safe. Top lane Magic beating a little bit harder now that Florin has a few more items under his belt. That's the Dragon's Descent immediately into the Molten Breath. The Shockwave gets a little bit of space for Hong, so he's trying to sidestep, but there's just simply too much aimed in his direction. He can't outmaneuver that. Another kill going in TL's favor.
Yeah, the Fear and the Twin Bite doing so much work in that fight, making sure they're able to pick that one up, and Jose Diodo doing a good job of tanking turret to enable Quid. Pick after pick. This is kind of starting to slip away from DCG. Still a 2.5k gold lead for Team Liquid. Can this Wukong do something to change that?
Spotted on the vision. Good diligence from TL. Even if they're winning out in the 2v2, to respect the potential of someone else getting involved, or have they respected Core? Excellent handshake to deny the engage. Pop9 now going to go in. Flash forward to get the Cyclone going. That's the ulti across the entire team. Hostile takeover doing a lot of work as Jan tries to call his way through the front line. Needs the kill, needs the reset, but cannot quite get it. Team Liquid overconfident. They saw Pop9 there, but they thought they could outplay.
Yeah, they thought a handshake would be enough, but Shoutzy getting the Oh, hang on,
Morgan going all in. That's the dominance use traded for Jax's ultimate as Florin just tries to hold on. Morgan, does he want to tank the tower? The answer is yes, but Florin trying to get tricky. That's the counter-strike. It doesn't matter when he's getting sliced and diced.
The Jax turns into mincemeat in the top side. Morgan getting a solo kill. And speaking of more plays actually happening, Quid.
Shousey going mid. No shockwave available. It means Quid is able to walk away. He wants to get something back on a Shousey. Jose Diodo running in, but without the dragon.
Now we're seeing it again today against Florin, who, like, I think people won't realize just how impactful he has been as a top laner.
Sure.
Domestically, like, it has been so much conversation, been potentially being one of the best players.
7 seconds on the hostile takeover. Incredibly small window of timing. If they go right now, it is incredibly favorable for DCG. DCG getting pushed back. Team Liquid respecting it. Heal popped. Cyclone popped as well. And Morgan starting to lose out in the 1v1. Rage stacking, not able to grab that healing, but Jose Diodo is here. That's the Ruthless Predator to find the stun. It's a split fight, but Team Liquid just backing away in the bottom lane. Florin hoping to find the kill. The ward not quite there in time. Florin taken down. Jose Diodo taking a bite out of DCG's top laner is now Yon looking for a little bit more. That's the hostile takeover. Berserk. Yon getting a little bit more space, free to dash back into Shousey. Nice sidestep, but it's Core who's been caught out in the meantime. Pop 9 overcommitting though. They've got the tower standing behind them. Quid is here as well. Fang running, flash over the wall. It doesn't matter. Piercingly lit by Yon is Pop 9 desperately now trying to retreat. DCG overstaying their welcome in this bottom lane. Quid dropping the ulti, tries to go for the clone trick, but TL not falling for it.
TL, they TP in, they outplay on the bottom side. They get the kill top as well. They just blew this game open. What was kind of a 2k gold lead suddenly ballooned to a 6,000 gold lead for Team Liquid.
That is the problem when the enemy team has that slight lead and you take these big aggressive fights. They start to farm up. They get these objectives on top of it. Shousey. We saw Bucio steal something, so you know it's possible. Unlikely, but definitely possible. As he's being chased back into Team Liquid's base. Yon looking for the blast cone to follow him over the wall.
Problem is this is an ARAM. There is no cannon to get you out of this one.
But if there was, this would have been an escape, most certainly. Instead, he'll be donating a kill to Yon, who's happy to have the additional gold.
Yeah, and he's already at base, so gets to spend it immediately. Efficiency.
There you go.
Amazing for Yon.
Yon will remember this is the day where he most certainly caught Captain Jack Sparrow. We can take a look here at the Coinbase gold grind. There's a lot of kill money in favor of Mr. Jose Diodo, and also a pretty decent lead in terms of jungle camps picked up.
Okay, CoreJJ.
Oh.
I think Hanzo is about to die.
I would say that he is all on his lonesome here in the bottom lane. Does get a 3-man shockwave, but the fear is there just to stop any further follow-up. Powered by AWS, showing us a pretty clear picture. Kind of repeating what you already said yourself, but Morgan might be in trouble. Might win the game, but he might lose his life in the process. DCG sending 4 members to the top lane, and they will get their man. They will lose a Drake, they will lose a tower, and maybe another tower, but they got their kill. And they're going to grab that objective bounty.
So at least it's something for DCG, but yeah, as you say, the gold lead still fairly sizable.
Already pushing in. They're going to look to start chunking away at that.
I mean,
tower.
It's already
okay.
chunked,
Well, chunking away. It was
chip. Chip.
You kind of just look at it sideways and it would die. Kind of, you know, little breath onto it is now Shousey thrown forward. Immediate ulti. Florin looking to follow up, but the hostile takeover's there. Shousey's just getting beaten down by his own top laner. Core hoping to hold on, but he's not able to get the reset in time. Yon exhausted, but still finding a double.
Double kill in that play. Jumping on to CoreJJ. Sure, he's squishier, but that just means Yon has all the time he needs to dish out the damage. And there we go. Immediate Baron turn with the picks.
Quid walking in, looking to solo Pop 9. Proto Belt forward. Ulti from the clone, going to delay Quid there. As there's now a TP coming in the mid lane as well. That's going to be Florin. But he's not going to be able to do anything here. So it will just be Team Liquid picking up the big purple worm, further extending that lead as Quid now looks to go in, contest Pop 9, who really has no business being on that kill. Jose Diodo going over to the Volt Breath. He's looking for a bit more. Pop 9. They're looking to save their jungler. They will get their jungler out.
Just about. Pop 9. That was a close one.
Yeah, it's all clouds, and we're really grasping for the silver linings at this point. As Shousey goes in at the same time the shockwave comes out, so an easy flash for Quid. Florin going in for a bit more. Morgan struggling a little bit in this 1v1 match as we've gotten further into the game, but Florin absolutely cannot match Quid right now. He just does a ton of damage. Counter-strike there, flash away.
The burn.
Hextech Ray. And Team Liquid Gonna break open the base. We'll see if they want to push for an end, as Jan is getting exceptionally low. Bang. Fung.
Wants a static shiv, does get a bit of work done. And CoreJJ now kind of needs help as well.
So, sidestep with a proto about to get away from the handshake. CoreJJ getting lower, will fall. There's going to be no kill reset here, so a nice pick to at least slow the Baron advance from the side of DCG.
Yeah, a bit of a whoopsie there from Team Liquid.
It's all blue.
Yeah. Unless you find out who's going to be 6-7 after this game and one of these champions.
That's true. Morgan in trouble now. It's just going to get picked off here. Really no way out of this one. I take it back. There's always a way out of this one. Morgan has lived. There is a giant dragon running at 3 members of DCG, and Morgan looking for a bit of revenge against Floor, and Fung getting completely and totally cold. Not even Chelsea is going to be able to get away. Gravity Field is there. Jan dominating the victory march, coming in for Team Liquid.
Team Liquid just styling on them now. Jan with the flash, managing to sidestep Chelsea, and DCG. They got 2 members out on the map, but their towers are being absolutely torn through in this mid lane, or top lane.
Their top side recalling, hoping to mount one last desperate stand. The final moments of their MSI run. Shockwave onto 2. Florin immediately responding. The Counter-Strike only connecting on the 1 and Core living for an extra second. The reset is there, but he is going to die. Not able to find the kill to keep Core standing, so Team Liquid going to settle for the inhibitor to put them anywhere near close in this game in terms of overall control. But they will grab it. They will slow down the Soul. They have stalled out the Baron. So yes, there's an inhibitor down, but they've at least bought themselves a bit of time.
Yeah, just a little kind of like, oh, wait a second.
Going in.
I don't know about that one.
I know about that one. That was not it. Quid, quick backstep. They're going all in on Quid now, who's just dropped his ult. Heal coming in from their Redemption. Jose Dito comes over the wall, and they're all dying. They're going out on their terms, Rob. No one will ever say DCG did not go out fighting.
Sometimes you just kind of got to dial back the fighting, but that just isn't in the DNA of this team. It is Relove Deep Cross Gaming, unfortunately not able to pick up a win as Team Liquid swarm towards the base.
Team Liquid, eyes on the prize, looking to close out, eager for a matchup versus KC tomorrow. Core delaying the recalls, so chasing for the kill here. Likely to finish off Core, but the game's still poised to end. Chelsea finally back up. TL, a clean sweep over DCG. A nice shift of momentum after their series yesterday as they gear up to face KC tomorrow.
A strong performance from team. Like, it was a confident performance from start to finish from this team.
That it most certainly was. Fist bumps across the board. Excited to see TL tomorrow. And of course, a nice bounce back.
Yeah.
And good to see some love for TL in the house here. Obviously a very T1 dominated house in terms of fandom, but love seeing the Team Liquid fans out there. And on the opposite side, hearts out to their opposition. But for more on that series, let's send it over to our analyst desk.
I know you're seeing a lot of T1 fans out there. There's a lot of Bro Talent fans out there. Lord Morgan getting the victory here in front of the audience alongside Team Liquid over Relove Deep Cross Gaming, who will take this experience on the international stage and use it to build upon the next split over in the LCP and hope for an international win next time. But they did not have their best, while Team Liquid Alienware looked back to their best, especially in that game number 3.
Yeah, a message to Relove Deep Cross Gaming, of course. Love to them, who a lot has happened in such a short amount of time. They were in the PCS, then they qualified to the LCP. They went through 2 honestly incredible splits to be in the finals of both. And so for them to be on a stage like this, first time being on an international stage for almost all of them other than Chelsea, if I remember correctly, like, it is a ton of experience for them to look back on, and it won't be the last time we'll see them, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's obviously tough not getting a single game win, but I think today was a much better representation of the team they are than yesterday was. They showed more, and I imagine if they had more time in the tournament, maybe we'd get more and more glimpses. It's just, you need more experience. You are going against a lot of players with a lot of international experience in the play-ins.
And they've had a very quick ascent to get up to this level, so take a little bit of time.
Yeah, 3-0s, gentlemen. It has just been some fast series, and I think with Relove Deep Cross Gaming, fighting was the only way on through. They tried to play slow in one of the games and just didn't quite work out. In this one, They were doubling down and doubling down and doubling down, just like you said, Hawks. They did in that first series. This one got a little bit out of control here.
Yeah, I mean, they got the first blood on Jan, but then they actually took over for TL from that side.
Yeah, and I will say, if it wasn't a 3-0 for this one, I would have been a little bit concerned. Only because everyone else is getting a 3-0. Everyone else is getting a 3-0. I don't want to be the only one.
Guy. We're comparing.
I compare all my life.
We're now in a position where T1, top of the group, 3-0 to everyone they faced. DCG, bottom, I mean, it's not a group, but bottom of play-ins, 0-3 to everyone else.
Now
all
we
we
get our
know
fair
is
fight.
that TL and KC are in the middle. They are, right now, they've been worse than T1, and they've been better than DCG. That's all the information we have to go on. It's the same scores as well, so...
Are you very excited for TL versus KC?
Because you're the one that's surrounded by the enemy, by the way. You're surrounded by North Americans.
It's true. These are
strong as the lone here at
slap hands. Slap hands. Yeah. I will say though, we're gonna have an interview in just a little bit here with CoreJJ on stage. I think the biggest beneficiary from this series, and especially that last game, was Jan. He was under a microscope for some of his performances earlier, and then getting his hands on the Lucian and being able to play on the edge like we've seen him do for so many years, once again, must feel really good to watch.
Yeah, especially, you know, at the end there, you can see him like flashing the Renata coming at him. Kalista ultimate, and you can tell, you know, he's definitely warming up here on the stage. Hopefully that does bode well for tomorrow's matchup. You know, him versus Kalista in the bottom lane.
Absolutely. I mean, I feel like the series kind of gave confidence to a lot of Team Liquid fans that were looking for this, right? You build a roster around this bottom lane in CoreJJ and Jan, and for him to not have the performance that you really wanted for the entire year up until this point, now we're starting to see kind of like the sparks start to fly, so I want to see what they look like versus Kalista and Busio.
Hawks, who impressed you the most from this Team Liquid Alienware roster?
I think Quid has been on great form. I think he had some great moments yesterday as well, but today, the Akali, the Rise, the Victor in that last game, it just felt, as I said before this game, he's like the eye in the storm. When everything else is going a bit chaotic, he's just putting in that solid performance, building up a lead, carrying, and just taking over the game.
And honestly, the whole top side too, been pretty happy with them.
Yeah.
Morgan, when they were losing to T1, he was the, I felt like, lone member that was still having, you know, good performances playing against Doran. Of course, we did see Doran also, you know, losing out to Kana, so maybe it's a Doran issue, but you know, both him as well as for Jose having a lot of good moments too. Aside from getting like 7-0 smited by Owner.
Happens. We recovered though.
His smites were better today.
Happens
All right,
too,
guys,
exactly.
we're standing by right now for the Verizon post-game interview with CoreJJ.
2026 playing stage round 2 losers match. Team Liquid Alienware takes a 3-0 victory and move on to the next round. Joining us now is the captain of Team Liquid Alienware, CoreJJ. Congratulations on the victory. Thank you very much. This is an international tournament being held in your home country, Korea. How does it feel to compete here in Korea again after such a long time? You know, I think I was able to visit Korea often, like Worlds, first time, but most of the time I was not able to pick up a win. It feels amazing to finally get a win here in Korea. This was an elimination match, but you pulled off a 3-0 win today and made it to the next round. What do you think the team gained from today's series? When we were playing into T1 yesterday, we learned two things. T1 is a very strong team, is the first thing. And the second thing was, we are also a very strong team. And with this performance up against DCG, I think we were able to prove that we also have a huge potential. We also saw you guys heavily targeting jungle champions in the bans today. And we even got to see Jose's Shyvana jungle. What kind of strategy did you prepare against DCG? Our coaching staff did a fantastic job on analyzing the opponents, and they came up with the best draft, so we prepared around that. Honestly, yesterday, even today, Jose Diodo, he has such a wide and deep champion pool, so it doesn't matter how many champions we ban in the jungle because he's always ready to pull out something else. CoreJJ, you are truly a veteran among the veterans. And did you know you are the oldest player at MSI 2026? I mean, it's been like that for a few years now, so I was aware already. I don't think that really matters to me anymore. What's the secret to maintaining your form so consistently? Because I love this experience, you know, standing in front of the fans, performing in front of them is the biggest motivation for me. Today, the top side of the map also had some fantastic performance. How has it been playing with Morgan, Jose Diodo, and Quid? There could be some fans who were not catching up with the LCS, but you know, even just by watching today's series, they can tell they have a lot of talents. They are amazing players, so they are the joy of watching Team Liquid, Alienware. And tomorrow you'll be facing Carmine Corp with a spot in round 4 on the line. It's a matchup between the LCS and the LEC. Anything you want to say to Carmine Corp? What should I say? Nothing really comes to mind at the moment, but I can say this one for sure. Last time when we met, we won. And also, it was in Korea. And it's going to be the same.
담담하게 엄청난 각오를 보여주셨습니다. 이렇게 오늘 승리로 다음 라운드로 향하게 된 팀 리퀴드 에일리언웨어 주장 코어장전 선수와 인터뷰 나눠봤습니다. 다시 한번 승리 축하드립니다.
Please give it up one more time for him. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Unbin and Jisun, for that translation. Ayaya, now joining us on the desk is the mid laner, former MVP of the LCS. It's Quid. 안녕하세요, Quid 선수. 축하합니다.
It's a one use.
Yeah, what are you doing,
I was trying to get him to
Braz?
flinch.
He's threatening.
He just finished a game. He's trying to represent the region, and you're freaking him out.
He didn't even play.
Quid, congratulations. How was that last game for you?
Last game?
Yeah. Last series.
Last series, I think it was okay level of the game, but I think we still need to put effort on our macro, or I think we need to play more aggressive for beating better team. I think our today's opponent wasn't that weak, but I think we just managed to win because we were just better. But I think if you're looking for beating KC or T1, I think we should have done something better than this.
I was asking you before the camera came to us, what was your favorite game to play? And you were talking about your Akali game, and your bot lane was flaming you for not telling them when the TLAW was going to roam?
I don't think I have favorite game today, but I think game 3 was a little bit of, yeah.
Definitely not.
I mean, you had a Camille attacking you non-stop.
Didn't they tell you that it was coming?
Yeah, I mean, after game 2, Young was asking me like, can you call TLAW move timer so I can be ready to dribble? And I said, I think if you get surprised, if I think you can dribble, even though I don't communicate, then I think I can get more than just backing up. Like,
Yeah.
I think pulling TLAW is gonna make me getting a lot.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why Core didn't call single Camille move timer in game 3.
0 ult roam timers there into the mid lane, but you still handled it like a champ. Obviously, we saw how the team was feeling after the T1 series in your day number 1. What was the mentality going into today's match? Like, what did you want to accomplish other than winning? What else did you want to accomplish?
I think after we lost T1, our atmosphere was still fine. I was just disappointed to myself because I think I could have shown much better performance in game 2 and game 3. I would say even game 1. I think I was so nervous game 1. I don't even know why. Like I couldn't even breathe. Like
Wow.
Like, I was playing comfort champion, but I don't know. I couldn't even focus on game 1. But I think if I was better player or if I play better, I think we should be able to win. End the game 2. Then we have that trap and that lead.
Yeah.
I was so disappointed after we lose, and game 3, it's whatever.
We got because Team Liquid tweeted out the one at Spawn talking to you guys after the game number 2 and trying to like calm everybody down. Has that been any help to help you guys focus or relieve any of the nerves? Of course, your first series going versus the world champions is gonna be the most stressful. But how have you guys progressed since then?
I think after game 1, I wasn't really nervous to play the game, but I think they were just better, and I think I just need to improve a little bit. So, yeah, that was sad series, but I think we got something to learn from them.
How are you feeling about going against Yehu in the mid lane?
I think we should be fine to beat them.
I know you've been you tend to like beat yourself up a lot, but I feel like especially during the LCS lower bracket and including coming into this tournament, you have performed incredibly well, and a lot of like community have like supported that. A, have you felt that? And B, what do you attribute to that to? Like, do you feel like it's a change in mindset?
I think it's quite important to me that I don't think it's the important matchup or important match or
yeah.
I need to fucking
no, you're good.
I need to perform well
yeah.
on stage. I think if I have that mindset, I feel more nervous and I feel more pressure from them.
Yeah.
So I think I just need to have the mindset. I'm just gonna enjoy playing the game, and they're just gonna follow us.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a great mindset to have.
You've made a lot of your career in North America. It is yet again another NA versus EU matchup. Is that special for you that you're playing against Europe and potentially knocking them out, or they can knock you out?
Oh, when I first joined LCS, I was looking for playing against EU, but I think this is the actually first time I play against EU in international match.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty excited.
I love that.
What's the message to the KC guys?
Yeah.
What's your message?
Be careful. We're not that bad.
Again, everyone, one more time. Quid successful today, looking to be successful tomorrow. Quid 선수 감사합니다. 축하합니다.
Thank you so much.
Also,
well done.
It's Kobe's birthday. Can we wish him happy birthday?
Yeah, wish him a happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah! All right, everyone. It has been a heck of a day, too, but the eliminations will continue on tomorrow. It is that elimination match. Team Liquid Alienware versus Karmine Corp. NA versus EU. We'll have that for you tomorrow. On behalf of everyone here at MSI, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you for more action. Bye-bye.